is former Wichita Mayor Brandon Whipple, who stubs out his political capital over a cleanup power trip. On September 24th, 2022 at 3:14 p.m., Wichita Mayor Brandon Whipple drove into a neighborhood cleanup site the wrong way, ahead of others waiting in line.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting screamed at by one of your cops. Who's the chief now?
Who's the chief?
Yeah, Lynn's still the chief?
Yeah.
I got a guy who doesn't know who I am. He's just screaming at me to turn around, incredibly rude. So I'm going to,
Officer Brandon Vogt confronted Whipple, telling him he must go back around and wait his turn. Whipple, seeking to dump items from a rental property he owned, protested being removed from the site and questioned Vogt's authority over the event. Vogt firmly redirected Whipple to leave. Officer Brandon Vogt asked for the mayor's ID. The mayor explained the situation, that he had turned in the wrong way and was then yelled at by the officer. The mayor felt the officer didn't recognize him or treat him properly.
Mind if I just ask you to tell me what you saw? That way it's...
Well, I just seen him pull up there, and then I seen, was it you that went up there and talked to him?
I tried to, yeah.
And then, he just kind of looked at you, and he didn't do anything to diffuse the situation. He just looked at you, and I know that you told him like 2 or 3 times, and you were starting to get a little bit
stern.
I understand that, yeah, and you kept telling him turn around and go back the other way. And it's just like, I got and you know how this is.
Yes, sir.
My opinion was like, he just kind of like, don't you know who I am?
Yeah, I didn't recognize who he was. Did you recognize who he was initially? Okay, I just didn't catch it.
After he got there, and he kept saying, well, I just got a question, and he just looked at you, and it's like, dude, you had to know where the end of the line was.
Yeah. Did you, so you heard me tell him to go back, and did you see him comply with that? Did you see him comply with that?
He just kind of looked at you, that's what I said. In my opinion, he did nothing to diffuse the situation.
Okay.
Yet witnesses said Whipple arrogantly played the "Do you know who I am?" card, trying to cut in line and refusing to defuse the situation.
Mr. Mayor? Here's your ID back, sir.
thanks, sir.
Did you get a
Here's your ID back, sir.
A mailer? I don't know if I got a mailer or not. Why?
Because it's only for a certain residential area.
Right. And I'm in that area.
So why are you dumping for your renters? Because you're a nice guy.
What do you mean?
It's, okay,
No, like
for the
my property.
It's for the residents.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's from your home?
Yes.
Okay. If it's from your home, then where's your stuff at?
It's right there. I gotta go get in line, but I feel like I probably won't make it now.
Where's your stuff at?
Right there in the
Like
red
3
truck.
mattresses and like some other stupid little things.
Just drive up to this place here.
Upon seeing that his presence was amplifying tensions, Vogt apologized for Whipple feeling offended, but explained rules had to be enforced evenly at overloaded cleanup sites. A supervisor allowed the mayor to unload his stuff given the circumstances. The officer returned the mayor's ID. Nonetheless, Whipple faced resignation's calls for abusing his position as mayor, when his actions and witness accounts revealed he had provoked the incident without cause. As for our third encounter, we witness a congressman candidate seeking diplomatic immunity from speeding tickets.
Sir, you're going to be issued a citation.
Everything you have to say. I'll wait for the supervisor.
You can wait for the supervisor, but I'm going to go through what I need to go through.
Our next incident stars Martin Hyde, who learns the hard way that no amount of political clout can save you from the consequences of speeding and texting while driving. On February 14th, 2022, at around 9:43 a.m., congressional candidate Martin Hyde was pulled over in Sarasota, Florida by a female police officer for exceeding the speed limit by driving 57 miles per hour in a 40 miles per hour zone, while concurrently texting on his cell phone.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, sir? I'm Sebastian, Sarasota Police Department. You're on audio and video recording. The reason for the stop, you were observed going 57 in a 40, and you were on your phone texting while you were doing that. That was at Euclid and Fruitville.
You don't need to point at the officer. officer.
I'm not pointing at you, I'm pointing in the direction where it was.
I just called the chief, I said.
Go right ahead, sir. Can I see
know
your
who I
license?
am, right?
Yes, sir, I do. Can I see your license, registration, insurance, please?
You can do this?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry? I still have a job to do, sir.
Yeah, for me. What's your name?
Officer Beskin, it's going to be on the citation. Can I see your insurance, registration, and your license, please? Sir, can I have your paperwork, please? 7 years.
When approached by the officer, Hyde immediately pulled rank, arrogantly asking, "You know who I am, right?" and boldly threatening to call the chief when asked to provide his legally required license and registration documentation.
Can I see your registration, please? You're not going to give me your registration, sir.
You arrest me?
I'm asking you if you're going to produce me with your registration. You don't have it on you?
Look, go call the chief. Tell him how rude you just been to me. Blame this figure.
Okay.
Then you call Marlon Brown. Then you call the mayor.
Okay.
They're not okay, though. Tell me what to do.
Okay, sir. Are you refusing to produce your registration? I'm asking you if you have your registration.
You're making career decisions.
Okay,
Why are
sir.
you doing this?
Sir, because you were speeding and you were texting.
Says who?
Despite Hyde's bullying intimidation efforts to avoid accountability, the principled officer maintained professionalism in upholding her sworn duty to equitably enforce the law.
Call the supervisor. I just spoke to your boss.
Okay.
That's not okay.
You want your paperwork?
Is it your Russian immigrant status that makes people like this?
10-14-6.
Call the supervisor.
14 dispatch, can you have my supervisor respond, please?
Yeah. And then we'll see who goes.
You don't want your paperwork?
6142 TD 51 Great Bell
You don't have a warrant.
Sir, you're going to be issued a
Interested in
citation.
Everything you have to say. I'll wait for the supervisor.
You can wait for the supervisor, but I'm going to go through what I need to go through.
No, I'm not interested.
All right, you are going to be issued a
There's
citation.
the registration.
Well, you've been already issued a citation for that.
For what?
For failure to produce your registration.
Right.
All right. Sir, you're going to be issued a citation 57 and a 40 for speeding. Your fine is 256. Information in the back. You're going to have an option to plead guilty, an option to plead not guilty, and an option to take a safe driver's course. If you qualify for the course, it will reduce your fine, and it will reduce your points. If you decide to go ahead and do that, just make sure you do it prior to submission of payment.
You know what he said about you? You want to hear what he said about you?
He could say all he wants about me. I got a job to do, sir.
She justly cited Hyde for both speeding and the irresponsible act of texting while driving. Furious at receiving the legitimate tickets for his road violations, the entitled Hyde resorted to threatening the dedicated officer's livelihood and career in retaliation.
Are you still waiting for a supervisor, or are you leaving?
Radio's coming down.
Okay. Very good.
By the way, he's a friend of mine.
I'm sorry? Okay.
I'm on my way over there. You know Pat Robertson, right?
Yes, I do, sir.
Why are you doing this?
Because I have a job to do, sir.
Not like that.
Nobody's above the law.
No one's above the law. You have to have some degree of respect for law-abiding.
That degree of respect started the moment I walked up to your car, sir.
No. You knew exactly what you were doing and you made a mistake.
If that is your feeling, you are more than welcome to fight the citations in court.
I'll fight the citation. I'll
Okay.
fight your employment.
Okay. You're more than, you know, you're an influential person.
Very.
You could go ahead and do that.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Why not just say you're sorry?
Because I did nothing wrong, sir. I was doing my job, but I am going to ask you either to sit in your car or step on the sidewalk because I don't want either one of us getting hit. Okay. Sir, I have nothing more to say to you, sir. You requested my supervisor. You can have the conversation with them now.
Hyde abruptly demanded the officer's direct supervisor, forcing her to remain on scene until one arrived. The supervisor notably seemed excessively sympathetic and deferential to Hyde's specious grievances against the officer.
She's trying to make her spurs, but it's a big mistake.
Well, this one is an expired one, but
Well, it doesn't make it. It'll take 2 seconds.
yeah.
We're going to make sure that she pays the price for being disrespectful. And I just wanted you to witness and know that the registration was right there, and she deliberately chose to write the ticket. She came up, she said the first... Look, there's a video of it, so be quiet. There's a video of what you said.
There is.
And I've got a video of what you said. Right? What she said was, I don't have it. She immediately said, I write your citation. She went right back. She never said anything. She went straight back. I denied the citation. She's straight back, right to say, I've lived here for 25 years. I've represented your unit. I've got no interest in listening to you, young lady.
I was talking to my sergeant. Sergeant, if you don't mind if we could step over up the road onto the sidewalk.
Yeah,
Oh,
just a
it's
second,
public
officer.
safety, yeah.
Given Hyde's local political influence and network of connections, after the public release of the body cam video showing his unethical bullying and threatening behavior toward the professional officer,
Everybody in the police department, this is the first time anybody has been disrespectful to me. And for what reason? I could care less. If they were going to write me a ticket, I could care less. I just pay the bloody thing. You don't think I got the money? It's the manner and the nature of it.
Okay. And like I said, Sergeant Vangione will be over here to talk to you about her interaction. I'd say.
Outrageous. Yeah. Why would you do that? Why? I mean, of all the people to do it to.
Yeah, I understand, sir. And I set you. I've been with the negotiations with you, and I understand where you're coming from.
I don't ask for special treatment, but I don't expect to get treated like a punk.
Hyde offered a reluctant apology, acknowledging that he had attempted to bully her and expressed remorse, admitting he wasn't proud of his actions, but irreparable damage to Hyde's credibility and reputation had already been done. Hyde was cited for speeding and texting while driving misdemeanor offenses. Up next for our final entry, Hell hath no fury like a commissioner scorned.
Okay, so if there's a problem, I think I have...
There's no problem.
Well, I think there's a problem.
An unregistered vehicle.
Our final high-ranking delinquent features Karen Z. Turner, a high and mighty commissioner who meets her match at a routine traffic stop.
Nevada, and I have to complete an emissions test, so I'm not sure how to do that insofar as it's counted.
Okay, you might have to contact them and find out and tell them your situation. Because that's inspection, that's completely separate. And they might make you go to an inspection to get the registration done.
So then could that be done from the lot? Like, I mean, is there...
Probably not, because it would probably be done in Nevada, I'm guessing.
Okay.
It's probably at one of their inspection stations.
No, you can take
my
this
best
mod
guess.
check remotely. I've done it before in Illinois, so I'm not sure what...
I can only tell you New Jersey. I have no idea about... if I told you something, it might be completely incorrect. New Jersey, I can tell you 100% what the process. I have no idea with Nevada. You have to call their DMV.
On March 31st, 2018, Karen Z. Turner's world turned upside down after her daughter was pulled over by police in Tenafly, New Jersey.
All right. So you guys are all set. Road trip drivers get taken.
What do we need? How do we get the car back?
Valid registration, valid insurance card.
How do they know that this is her car? Like, don't you need to give us a receipt or something? Like, how are they going to know that this one
This is the
hers?
receipt. This goes on file.
Hi, I'm Karen Turner. Hi, I'm a resident. There you go.
It's fine. I don't need that.
Okay, fine. I'm
You're
Karen
just
Turner.
here. You're just here as the rider, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm here as a concerned citizen and friend of the mayor, and been in Tenafly for 20 years. I take full responsibility for them. And what is the reason they were pulled over?
The driver has all the information. He'll tell you.
No. I need to know.
No, you don't need to know.
Okay.
We're not involved here. You're picking them
No,
up.
no. I'm involved. Trust me.
Well,
I'm
I'm
very
not going to tell you.
involved.
He's the driver of the automobile. He's over 18. That's all you need to know.
Okay. If you can...
We don't need to see credentials.
Okay. You need a... If you can give me a little bit of space here.
Who is this? Are you a commissioner?
I am a commissioner. One of the commissioners, and I'm heading up...
Do you have an ID with that?
That is my ID, and that is my business card. I am the commissioner of the Port Authority, and I'm heading up over 4,000 police officers. Okay? So, if there's a problem, I think I have...
There's no problem.
Well, I think there's a
It's
problem.
an unregistered vehicle.
Okay, let's hear, why were they pulled over, first of all?
Miss.
Now, don't call me Miss, I'm Commissioner. Thank you.
The poised commissioner barreled onto the scene, throwing her political weight around by demanding answers from the attending officers. Why had they stopped her dear daughter? Turner simply had to know.
I will be talking to the chief of police.
Please.
And I will be speaking to the mayor.
Badge number
And
540.
I got your name.
Just to make sure there's no discrepancy.
There's no
Matt is the first name.
No. Don't you worry.
As long as you got all the information right.
I got all your information,
Okay.
sweetheart. You can't put a sentence together. That's shameful.
Okay.
That's shameful.
Have a pleasant weekend.
You have a wonderful
All right.
weekend. You're going to very... Ruin the perfect holiday weekend. 4 or 5 people.
Have a nice day.
Come back.
Take care now.
The two patrolmen stood unfazed, stonewalling Turner's inquiries as she rattled off threats to unleash the mayor and police chief upon them. Turner continued her verbal lashings, questioning their very competence as the impound truck hauled her daughter's car away.
Ma'am, where are you going exactly?
You are not a nice person. And 5 people are crying. You've ruined their Easter. You've ruined their Passover. You've got someone, an investment banker in there from London. You've ruined it. They were just going for a hike. And you can't even say, I hope you're very happy because you seem to have a smug-ass look on your face. And you seem to patient. I don't know why it's so hard to say what the reason is or where the car will be. Why?
You work with police officers, correct?
Yeah, I work with 4,000 of them.
I'm just a little bit disappointed that
You don't get to be disappointed in me.
you don't seem like a very big police supporter. I don't know. You
No.
think that you would have more of an inside look at the job. Just caught me by surprise based off your demeanor a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Using inappropriate words and such.
Yeah. You know what, Matt? This isn't going to go down nice for you.
Okay.
You're not a nice person.
Okay.
And it's really hard for me to understand why you can't say, the problem is they don't have this or they do have that. 2 sentences. That's
he was told.
not... I
The
asked
driver
you.
couldn't have been any nicer.
I asked you. They're all crying in there.
Driver couldn't have been nicer.
I don't care about the driver being nice or not nice. I asked you, and you can't even put a sentence together. That's a problem.
Because of the way you approached me and your demeanor.
No.
Her anger unquenched, Turner pursued the officers as they drove off. She would make them pay for disrupting the weekends of 5 innocent people over what was likely some trivial infraction. But the officers had finally heard enough, departing without a word as our disgraced commissioner shouted empty threats into the ether.
Appreciate your patience. Thank you.
Thanks, Donnie. Appreciate it.
The charges that started everything are still up for debate, but her intimidation tactics were ineffective against the steadfast patrolman. And soon after, Karen would lose even more. Karen Z. Turner's role as ethics chair was gone, and her commissioner's seat got vacated. An investigation into the whole case revealed Turner was far from ethical, resulting in her resignation mere weeks later on April 20th, 2018.